let's talk about the Wraith change. Mainly, the Into the Void being changed from a get out of jail free card, to quote, to this. I guess it's just a scouting tool. To summarise, in case you don't want to watch the entire video, which is fine, I reckon that a lot of good players are still going to be playing Wraith, because, if anything, she's been buffed. But I do think there's going to be a lot less success with the basic way people play Wraith being, you mess up, you press the ability, you don't learn. So overall, I think it's going to make you a better player playing Wraith after this update. Again, I don't know how it's going to go. I can't see into the future. This is all being optimistic. But I still think there's going to be high popularity in Wraith and high success with Wraith, because they're making the high play aspects of her ability better. It's just, you're going to have to put some more thought into what you're doing. Instead of using it as ability to carry you when you've made a mistake, or when you've gone somewhere you shouldn't have, or you've been caught out, I think it's just going to be an ability that now, post-update, it will be better than it was at getting you out after you've gotten a knockdown. It's not going to be as good, obviously, as, oh no, you've been caught out, that's a Havoc, that's a Devotion, that's a Shotgun, leave. It's not going to be able to do that as well, most likely. But what it is going to do, so it's going to stop carrying you for making mistakes, and I think it's going to start rewarding you more for making good decisions. And back to the ultimate of 25% nerf, I don't think that's going to matter too much. I mean, it'll hurt in a few situations when you want to, where you would use the entire of the ability, but again, in my case, and I'm obviously not a pro Wraith player or whatever, I'm not a pro Apex player in general, I don't use all 100% of the ultimate as it is, so I think you'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be that bad, and at the same time I do. I think it's going to affect a majority of the Wraith players who just play her for the get out of jail free card concept. It's going to affect their wanting to play her. But I personally think I'm going to love it. Because the 0.4 seconds to activate Into the Void to the 1.5 seconds, I think that's what it is, that's, I mean, it sounds really bad. Like, to do it as a reactionary thing, that sounds pretty tragic. But to do it as a preemptive thing, I think it's fine. It nerfs the reactionary power of the ability. So if you jumped into a situation and relied on, if it goes south, you just go into the void and leave, then that's going to be a problem. But you get 4 seconds in the void now instead of 3. You move a bit quicker when you are in the void than you do now. You're going to be, the ability charges after 25 seconds instead of 35. So overall, the ability itself is being buffed. The thing that's being changed, well, nerfed, is the activation time, which is the instantaneous leave. But 1.5 seconds isn't tragic. I mean, I'm obviously going to have to see what it's like in game, but I don't think it's going to be an issue, because I use it to push. I use the safe get out of jail free card ability to push. So all they're doing really is buffing it for me.
Did they die in one punch?
I don't use Wraiths into the Void as a means to get away when I mess up. I use it as a means to get away after I've done something good. So normally, I'm pretty confident I can outgun people. It doesn't always happen, but I'm confident. So, when I get a kill and knock someone down, I normally have a couple of seconds to react to try and leave. And if I use Into the Void as it is now, I don't really have enough time or speed to get away, and then I die. But the way they're changing it, if 1.5 seconds probably isn't that bad, all you're getting is buffs on the ability for speed, duration, and vision. So, technically, it might make it better when you get a kill and you win your gunfight. It gives you a few seconds to run away. And I think that's going to be a really, really good thing. However, the thing that I think is really tragic is the ultimate duration, or the range, is getting nerfed by 25%. This hurts, because Wraith's ultimate, before this update, I've got to say was probably one of the best ultimates in the game for versatility. I mean, personally, I loved it. And yes, I'm biased because I'm a Wraith main. You could use it to get in. Well, you could use it to give yourself an escape when you do something aggressive. You could use the increased speed to just push from another angle. Like, I made a video on it. And I went quite relatively in depth into ways to use Wraith's ultimate. Its potential distance by 25%. It hurts, but maybe in the grand scheme of things, if I actually measured it out, maybe it's not that bad. So like I said, this is enough to probably majority of the Wraith players, and I'm guessing on PC it means a lot more to just have that reactionary get out of situations button. And there are going to be a few situations where I do miss it. It's not a huge nerf in her ability. If anything, it's been buffed. They've just removed its one feature to, you've been shot, you're going to lose the gunfight, activate your ability, and leave. Apart from that, it's probably a buff. Again, to conclude, I don't think the popularity of Wraith's going to go down by that much. I don't think the really good players are going to stop playing Wraith. And obviously, I might be wrong. Maybe this update is worse for Wraith than I'm giving it credit, but I personally think it's going to be unique and good. She's going to be able to do better in what she was meant to do, but she's going to be worse at the generic thing of get away. Well, I've been shot by something painful, let me leave. So I think this is good, and I don't think players are going to stop playing Wraith. I just think it's going to cater more to, are you playing Wraith the way the game wants you to play Wraith, instead of, are you playing Wraith just because her L1 ability is the best? It's going to be, do you know how to play Wraith, and do you not just know how to use her get out of jail free Monopoly card?
We gotta leave. We can't stay here. Oh god.
Just a step in the right direction.
Go, go, go! One of them's down, go, go, go.
He's got Uber Strafe! Oh, I've got the God gun!
Yes!
Bloodhound, purple broken. Bangalore gold broken. That was a breach and a clear.
The other one's here.
Was it a white one? No, another team, yeah.
Charging on my shields.
Of
Charging my
course.
shields.
Res.
Reloading. We're all ready.
Yep. No, someone out there.
Charging on my shields.
There's one. There's a white line out there as well.
She's so close to death.
Walton! What's wrong with you?
This won't
Yes!
hurt. Hold on. That was.
I found Mirage.
It is, we're just gonna leave him, alright? No, alright. Alright, well, that was Trucy, right? No.
Is this an actual fight?
No, she'll fight it down, yeah.
I'm in the back. One above. Broken. Okay, prepare for the... prepare for betrayal, betrayal. I'm gonna back up and heal you 1v1 him, I guess. Okay.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Frag out.
Just now. Hit one of them for a red.
Coming up.
Found him before he could get back to us.
go cover, we one shot.
Down
Out.
that one.
Here's gold.